claims continued gains in the Ukraine.
President Roosevelt eliminates export of motor fuel and oil to Japan.
On December the 7th, 41, which was a Sunday, I was busy ice skating at the Sonia Haney Marina, or ice skating rink, near the suburbs of UCLA in the Village. There, I don't even know if that rink is still there or not, but that's what I was doing at the time that Pearl Harbor was bombed.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you this important bulletin from the United Press. Flash, Washington. The White House announces Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
I was absolutely shook. And of course, I knew that I had to be in the military, and I knew that I had to be commissioned. So as I might have mentioned before, I went to all of the services to try to get into some kind of training, officer training school, and there were none available. So in the meantime, I went to work for North American Aviation. And at the time we were manufacturing the P-51 and the B-24 or B-25, and I ended up being a surface control inspector for both of those airplanes, both surface control and hydraulic. And as an inspector, I was checking the installations to make sure that they met the requirements and that type of thing. So I was drafted from there into the Air Force, or into the Army Air Corps section, and transferred immediately to Atlantic City, New Jersey for boot training. So I was housed on the boardwalk in Atlantic City in one of the hotels and did my boot training on the sand. And so we ended up marching on sand all the time, and that's some of the strenuous exercise in the world, is to try to do close order drill and marching on sand. So in any event, I was there, and one little side thing is that the rumor came out is that on Easter Sunday, the place was going to be inundated with all of the babes from New York and Washington. We're all going to be flocking into Atlantic City. And man, we in the service were licking our chops waiting for them to show up. Well, old LHS ends up with a 3-day German measles. 2 days before they showed up, and I spent the Easter Sunday in the hospital and didn't get involved with any of the girls from Philadelphia or New York or Washington, D.C. So which turned out to be a lucky break, because we were shipped out the next day and we got into B-17s, when we learned that most of the other guys that were shipped out were assigned to B-24 groups. And there was a big, big difference between the B-24 airplane and the B-17, and it turned out to be a very fortunate thing. Well, we ended up gathering in 28 airplanes that flew off of our airplane to get back to the base and brought it in. And a result of that, why they gave me the Distinguished Flying Cross for doing that little job.